Hey, we're recording. I think we're recording. What's going on, Mario?
Hello.
Hey. All right. So let me give everybody a little background here on what we're doing. So we're Doug
and Ally,
and together we're Frameable Faces. Woohoo!
Yay!
And we wanted to come on. Actually, this is kind of killing two birds with one stone, so to speak, because it doubles as a frameable flashback with a frameable legend. Mario Kakos. He is a frameable legend. But on top of that, it's also a great story of a photo restoration that we did for Mario and his family after we took his pictures for when he was a senior in high school. And Mario is joining us now from East Lansing, where he is finishing up this semester online up at Michigan State. Oh, and now he's calling me. And so let's start with the photo restoration. Well, actually, let's start with
Let's catch up with Mario.
Let's catch up with Mario first. So Mario, first take us, it's a two-part question. Take us back to when we first met you, and then update us on what you're doing now. Bookend.
Oh gosh. Okay, sounds good. So I believe it was around, I want to say it was in the springtime of my junior year. When I first was in contact with the two of you. I believe it was Ally, can't remember exactly, but it was to be one of the spokesmodels. Spokesmodels. Okay, boom. For the class of 2016 at the time. Of course, I was excited. I was already looking into Frameable Faces, so I'm like, this is perfect. So that was the start of a never-ending journey and relationship. And so since then, of course, wow, 4 years ago, that's 5 years ago, actually. Yeah, no, truly, even, wow. So senior year of high school, I mean, that was a whole adventure in itself. But where I am now, so I'm at Michigan State, go green, and I currently study political science. I minor in leadership of organizations, and I will be graduating in around 30-ish days.
Awesome.
Yay!
So, you know, it's funny because when we first heard about Mario, people were recommending Mario for being a spokesmodel for the studios. And it was like, as soon as we started to connect with Mario and we went online with you and kind of saw your Instagram, and we started like the virtual online social media connections had such a reach that it was ridiculous. Like the entire world knows and loves Mario. We discovered that right away. So we were like, wow, this kid must be the real deal. And he was. we were pretty impressed with you from the first minute we met you, man.
Well, it was a perfect match with Frameable. It was a perfect match.
It was. And as a matter of fact, so let's see if we can take a little trip down memory lane here.
Oh gosh, this should be fun.
Oh, it's cute.
So which one is it? This one here?
Yeah, do that one. And then
we're going to try to
have to. Okay, so this is just. Oh my gosh! Look at how little you look.
That's his senior session. I wanted his. Wait, where's his? Oh, here we go. One. So here's.
Yeah.
So can you see that? Yeah. Here's Mario's spokesmodel session, and we had a soccer ball on fire here, and he's got the Super Mario shirt, which we took to the next level on his senior session. We'll get to that in a second. Right. I remember we went down to Pontiac. We had a good day down there.
Ugh,
I think
I love that.
Yeah, this was the picture that we like shared out everywhere from that session. I think this one against the wall. Look at that, fierce, man.
Wow.
Yeah. And then for his senior session, Super Mario came in dressed as Mario for a couple of shots. So here we've got the casual, we got the formal shot here, and then. Let's see if we can. Let's see here. Where is it? There we go.
I think that we need to actually pull up.
Blame it on Louise. Look at this.
Yes. I love it.
Classic. So this is all on the blog, and then we went over to the grotto for this shot. That was really nice.
I love that.
Yep. And then, but here's the coup de grace. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
There he is in the game. And the funny thing is this wasn't just like a screenshot of the game. You actually brought in, these are the actual characters that we photoshopped into the game.
Brought some figures.
Brought the figures in. So this was a one-of-a-kind super session with Super Mario. So pretty classic stuff. So yeah, so Mario, so now you all can see why Mario was a Frameable Faces legend, because he had a photo session that's never been done before or since, and probably never will again.
Nope.
Yeah,
One
hey,
and done.
nearly 5 years out. Haven't seen any. So.
It's still legendary status. So very cool. So, and then the other thing, so then not long after that, Mario came to us with a request and a need for his family. So
this was the nicest story.
Yeah. So Mario, tell us the story a little bit. Tell us the background of this.
Yeah. So I know it was during the process of me being, going through the spokesmodel sessions. And so it was during that time, I think I saw it on your Instagram. It was one of the photo restorations that you guys did. And so I noticed it because I was, of course, snooping in one of my mother's folders. She had just a lot of older documents in there. And one of them was a passport she had when she was in Iraq. So she did immigrate here in the 80s. And so she had a school passport. It was the only photo I saw of her when she was younger. So I had the idea to take that photo ID and to bring it in hopes for it to be restored. So I did steal it from her, so she had no idea I took it, and I was hoping she wouldn't be looking for it in the time that you had it. But yeah, so I mean, we ended up going through with it, and
I'm gonna put what you brought to us on the screen right now, a little screen share here. So this is what Mario brought to us.
mm-hmm.
And that's his mom as a little girl, and you can see the stamp goes over part of her face. And this was really like the only photo you had.
Yeah, and it was laminated, pretty beat up.
Yeah, there's a fold in it that you can see like the crease right above the stamp.
Yep, like right under her nose, there's like a crease that goes right through the picture. Yeah. And then there's that stamp. So we had to kind of, extract that picture from this document and restore it. And here is the result.
So you see what you screen share again.
Hang on, so I can close this out, right?
Yeah.
Screen share. And this is on our web. This restoration still lives on our website, on our photo restoration page. So if you click the tab for photo restoration, it's the first one right there on the page on our website. And you can see, there's another one below it, which was amazing too, that we talk about all the time. But you can see right there that we removed the creases, sharpened it, brought her back to life a little bit here, removed the stamp. And what we have is a great result from that little photo you brought in. So we kind of brought that little girl back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we got into, I believe it was like a 4x6. It was a 5x7, 4x6 photo, and I gave it to her for Mother's Day. And so they were all completely surprised and shocked. Everyone in my family, everyone was some people didn't even know she had that ID. So to see that photo and to know that it was her and how real it looked, especially from its state, it was like not even the size of a quarter, the photo of her in that.
Yeah, it was little.
Yeah, and that's about as big as we were, I think, able to get it, where it didn't, because you can only work with how sharp and the information that you have on the original photo, how high resolution you can only work with the resolution you're given. So that was about as big as we could make it. But I think it came out pretty well.
Was she so happy?
Oh yeah, I mean, there were definitely tears had from many family members. It was just very shocked. I mean, photos weren't a common thing back then, especially in Iraq where they were from. So very caught off guard. It's still one of the most it's one of the most treasured gifts that I've been given. And of course, I mean, couldn't have it without the two of you. I mean, the way it worked out was very convenient and helpful, just because at the time I found the ID and then at the same time doing the spokesmodel sessions. But yeah, it's definitely one of those gifts that you can't really buy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, that's what's great about photo restoration. So we appreciate you coming on here and telling the story behind it, because photo restorations really are some of the most powerful and meaningful stories that we tell, in the business that we're in. And now with everybody at home, people have time to go through their old photos and find the ones that are damaged and faded and ripped and all that stuff. It's the type of thing that everybody always says, one of these days when I have some time, I'd love to go through and find some of those old pictures. Well, now everyone's got nothing but time.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, and obviously it was so much more than just a school photo that she needed. Just the memories, it takes you back to that moment in time, and it almost gives new life and new meaning to that moment of her life. So, and for all of us as well. I mean, none of us were alive, let alone even been to that country. So it was the depth of it was very powerful.
Awesome.
That's awesome. You're a good guy, Mario.
You're a good guy, Mario.
I give all the credit to my mother, so.
Yeah, well, you're still our guy, man. And we're proud of you, even though you've had a little disruption here to your senior year, which obviously everybody's got challenges to get through right now. But we admire your your approach to this thing and keeping things in perspective and pressing on and staying the course, man. We're proud of you, and we've always admired you, and we still do.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, we're all just trying to do the best we can. So thank you.
Sure.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, for sure.
And we'll be in touch, and we'll be able to hang out in person one of these days soon.
Of course. Looking forward to it.
All right. Bye, Mario.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
See ya.